Hi, the SI meteorologist Paul Dorian here on Wednesday, April 18th. Well, Monday featured temperatures way up in the 80s, approaching 90 degrees. One day, taste of summer. We stepped down yesterday about 10 or 15 degrees or so, with highs generally in the 70s, and another 10 or 15 degree drop today, with temperatures confined to the low 60s in most mid-Atlantic areas, as lots of clouds have moved in and showers will definitely fall in the Washington, D.C. area and probably up through the Philadelphia region, maybe even sneak in a shower or two into the New York City region later on today. This is a minor rain event, although they may get about a quarter inch in the D.C. area. But the big news is the major rain event that I think will occur in the weekend into the early next week time frame. Probably most of it will fall on Sunday and Monday as a powerful storm develops in the southeastern U.S. and then rides up the East Coast by the latter part of the weekend. But first, let's talk about today's event. First of all, cold front slipped through here early yesterday, and it has kind of stalled in the southeastern U.S., and a couple of waves of low pressure have developed along this front. And all of this is moving pretty much to the northeast into the mid-Atlantic region right now. We'll see the radar in a few minutes. There's quite a bit of precipitation already occurring in the Washington, D.C. area, or just to the south and west, and they will get periods of rain today, and some of that should move into the Philadelphia region during the afternoon, especially the latter part of the afternoon, and possibly sneak as far north and east as New York City by late in the day. High pressure will build in tomorrow and Friday, and the next couple of days, Thursday and Friday, should be rather decent, but then a wave of low pressure will move into the southeastern part of the U.S. by the weekend, and it'll ride up the East Coast, it looks like, for the latter part of the weekend into early next week. At the same time, it'll usher in quite chilly air by the time Monday rolls around. It'll be quite nasty here in the Mid-Atlantic region, and there can be mountain snows in the Appalachians in the northeastern part of the U.S. early next week, along with that coastal storm. Well, here's the latest radar loop, and again, there is some shower activity already right on the doorstep of Washington, D.C. They ought to be raining shortly. Some of this will move into the southeastern Pennsylvania by the afternoon hours, and then probably as far north and east as right around the New York City metro region by the end of the afternoon. Not a major rain event, but of course we've been very dry, so any rain will be welcome. They could get up to a quarter inch or so in the D.C. region, maybe a tenth of an inch or so around Philadelphia, and less than that in the New York City region. But all this moves to the north and east, continues into the early part of tonight, and then clears out for Thursday. We should have increasing amounts of sunshine tomorrow and Friday will turn out to be rather pleasant days with temperatures approaching or even surpassing the 70-degree mark. Here's the latest IR satellite loop, and again, a big band of clouds associated with this cold front and a couple of waves along it. Some strong thunderstorms here in the eastern Gulf, and there's quite a fair amount of moisture here with some rain moving into the D.C. area right now. It looks like a mostly cloudy day throughout the mid-Atlantic region from Philadelphia south and west. New York City will have some sunshine, but even there clouds will roll in this afternoon, and again, a shower or two can reach the New York City metropolitan area later on this afternoon. Showers are likely in Philadelphia this afternoon and definite over the next couple of hours in and around the D.C. region. Clear skies will fill in tomorrow. It should start off cloudy but then become at least partly sunny, and that pleasant weather continues on Friday, but then the weekend situation develops with a developing storm in the southeastern U.S. that ultimately rides right up the East Coast. Well, let's take a couple of looks at last night's Zero-Z GFS model run. This is for tonight, and then we'll jump ahead to the weekend situation. Again, a fair amount of precipitation associated with a couple of disturbances along that cold front, reaching all the way right about into the New York City region, and maybe a quarter inch or so of rain will fall around the D.C. area, less than that to the north and east. But that should pull out later tonight, and we'll get into the drier air mass behind this for Thursday and Friday. Now here's a computer forecast map for Saturday morning. The morning should start off perhaps even with some sunshine here in the Mid-Atlantic region, but clouds will fill in, and by the afternoon showers and thunderstorms will be scattered around. Here's the developing storm here in the southeastern part of the country come Saturday morning, and let's take a look at the Sunday morning and see that this thing rides right up the East Coast and produces what will likely turn out to be our first significant rain event here in the Mid-Atlantic later on this weekend, probably in the Sunday, Monday time frame, the first significant rain that we've had in several weeks. And here's the computer forecast map for Sunday morning. That storm has not moved all that far in 24 hours, but at this point it'll start to ride up the coast, and it is a slow mover, and in fact it should spread heavier rains into the Mid-Atlantic region on Sunday, but it's such a slow mover that it'll take its time to kind of wrap around and even rotate inland over the New England area by Monday. So the bottom line there is that the rain can continue into the day on Monday, and at the same time it'll become quite chilly, and even some mountain snows are possible up in the northeastern part of the country come Monday. So a significant rain event is on the way for the Mid-Atlantic region for the latter part of the weekend into early next week, and a minor rain event from Washington, D.C. up to Philadelphia, perhaps even a touch of light rain into the New York City region for later on this afternoon. That's it for now for the SIWeather.com. I'm the SI meteorologist, Paul Dorian.